San Jose Police.
Hi, I just called in about requesting a civil standby.
Okay.
So my friend is he's at the address now.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what the next steps are. If you can send somebody out there to meet him. Did I talk to you?
Maybe I misunderstood. No, I thought you said that you called in for a standby.
I called in earlier and they said that we had to be at the block from the address, so we're there now.
Oh, okay. What's the location of where you're at now?
He's on the corner, my friend's on the corner of and
And it's to go to what address?
Street 95126.
What is he going there for?
So I called in a report. My pet was lost and then found, and the people that found him are refusing to return him.
So he's going to that address to pick up an animal, is that correct?
Correct. And I gave him...
And is this a dog, or...?
It's actually a cat.
Okay.
I gave him...
What is your name, sir?
My name's Cameron, Camero.
And your last name, Cameron?
Adair, Adair.
Where are you at?
I'm actually out of town. I live in LA. I moved since...
Give me just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so you're in LA right now?
That's right.
What's the phone number for you?
It's 415.
Is there a reason why your friend is not calling us?
No, he can call you. You want his number?
No, that's fine. I mean, I've already getting the information from you. I'm just wondering if there's a reason why he's not calling.
He just agreed to help since I'm out of town.
Okay, hang on just a moment. Okay, and what is his first name? His last name? His phone number?
It's 4
Is he in a vehicle, sir, or on foot?
No, he's in a vehicle.
What type, what color and make?
Oh, I should have asked him. He drives a silver, I think it's a Taurus. Let me ask him right now. And then he also has with him the my pet's registration for the chip company and license for animal control.
Okay.
If they want to call animal control, they can come out and scan the chip to prove that he's mine.
Okay.
But yeah, I believe it's like a sort of it's either like a Chevy Malibu or it's a sort of an older silver car, sedan.
Okay, so you're sure on the color?
That was I just asked him via text.
And do you live in LA, sir, or do you live here and you're just there out of town?
I moved, and when I moved, my stepdad gave away my cat without asking.
Okay. And are these the people that he gave the cat to?
Yeah, we found them actually through the chip company.
Okay.
Do you want me to call the other line and ask him what car he's driving?
If you can, please. That way we know who we're looking for when we get out there.
Okay, let me do that.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Is not available.
Hey, what kind of car are you in?
It's a 2017 black RAV4.
Oh,
It's the same car I was driving in LA.
for sure. Okay, yeah, they said. And
I just got here. I'm parked in front of the museum on.
okay, let me. The cops on the other line. Hold on a second. Hello.
Yes.
Hi. So it's actually it's a 2017 black RAV4, and he's in front of the museum. He's ready for you guys.
A 2017 black RAV4, you said?
That's correct.
Okay.
Are the officers able to go to the address with, or did they go by themselves?
In all honesty, sir, I'm not sure. Either they'll go with him or they will go by themselves. I want to say they're going to go with him.
Okay.
But he's not going to go by himself. I know that for sure.
Right.
We kind of create the calls here, and I'm not sure what happens after that. So, but I know that he is not going to go by himself. That's why we have the civil standby so that we can assist.
All right.
So I've gone ahead and typed that up. As soon as we get officers available, we'll have them out there.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. All right. Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What's up?
Hey, they said as soon as they have officers available, we'll get them there.
What's up?
They said as soon as officers respond that they'll be there.
Okay. They didn't have a time frame?
Mm-mm. They said it's usually quicker early in the morning.
Cool. Cool. Let me know.
All right, dude. It's crazy.
Later, man.
Okay.
Jose Police.
Hi, I called in about a half hour ago to request a civil standby.
Okay, where was this? At what location?
It's in the at Street.
Okay, yeah, they're still working on getting somebody over there.
Okay. I was just is there a time frame or
No, we're not allowed to give an estimated time.
okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Bye.
San Jose Police.
Hi, I called in and requested a civil standby earlier this morning, and I just needed to cancel. We have to go to work.
Okay, what is the address?
It was for Street. I'm sorry, Street.
Is that the address that you gave when you called in?
Yes. Street 95126.
Are you in LA?
That's me. Yeah. We were.
Okay, I actually spoke to you. Didn't you give cross streets when you called in earlier?
Yeah. My friend was waiting on, but he only had about an hour, so.
There we go. Okay, hang on a second.
All right.
Oh, it looks like that call was canceled already.
It was canceled already?
Yeah.
What? Why?
It looks like at 8:25 we called, and he actually told us that the call was supposed to be canceled because he waited an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
So he would try later.
All right. I might just drive up and do it myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. San Jose Animal Control, how can I help you?
Hi, I called in last week about my pet who was missing and then found, and the people that have him don't want to give him back. And
Okay.
I've tried to I got the police to call a civil standby so I can go over there with them to ask for him back. But they keep saying that the officer said that it was that I needed to call animal control. So I'm not sure what. Can you help me at all?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, usually they call us out there to do like a microchip check to verify, but
Okay.
it's considered property, so we can't do anything regarding stolen property or held property, or anything like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not really sure. You know, animal control can go out there to scan it and verify if it. Hold on one moment. 45. If it's, verify the microchip is owned to someone.
Okay. In what cases can you guys go out there? Does it need to be the police asking you, or can I meet you there?
10-4. Hold on one moment.
Okay.
45. Yeah, we don't respond out for property things, so we could do like a care and condition check, or we go out there and investigate a criminal things. I can always transfer you to one of the sergeants to see if there's something more, but as far as I know, we don't respond out for stolen dogs or stolen cats or anything like that.
You said
So I
Karen.
can transfer you to one of the field sergeants to see if he can give you any more information.
Okay, you said two things. You said care and condition check. I just need someone to go scan him and take him to animal control so that they can see it's mine and I can pick him up, right? So if I do a care and condition check, will you guys go scan him?
No, so a care and condition check is we check on the animal. If there's a neglect issue or, there's no food, water, or shelter, that kind of stuff, we respond out to investigate complaints. We don't respond out for stolen property. So I'm not sure why the police department's not doing it, but I can always transfer you to one of the sergeant ASOs, the animal control sergeants, to see if there's something more maybe he knows.
Okay. But if the police did go out like on a civil standby with me and they called you, then you'd come out.
Yes, we go out there for anything they request. If they want to verify ownership, then they can call us and we can take a microchip scanner and go out there and verify a microchip, call the company and verify who the listed owner is.
Okay, that's what I need done. Like I've been
Yeah.
trying to get that done. And maybe the sergeant can tell me if there's any way you guys can how I can get you guys there, because the cop
Yeah.
like we called in 3 civil standbys over the last 3 days, and we waited for probably 5 or 6 hours in total, and then finally the officer said, "Oh, this is not our problem. You need to call animal control."
Yeah. It's stolen property, so it is a problem. They're just probably really busy.
Yeah.
I can definitely transfer you to Sergeant Jenkins. He's here today.
Okay.
He's the sergeant just to see if there's anything more can be done for you on our end.
All right.
But usually that's how it goes, is the police call us out there to verify ownership.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I'll transfer you up to Sergeant Jenkins, his desk, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Let me just get his. Jenkins. 7209. And this is all in San Jose, correct?
Yeah, he's in the neighborhood, the house
Okay.
where he, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'll go ahead and transfer you up to Sergeant Jenkins,
Okay.
okay? If for some reason he's not at his desk, make sure you do leave a message, and he'll call you back and just let you know what can be done, if anything, okay?
All right.
All right, just one moment.
Thanks.
Hello, this is Sergeant Jason Jenkins with City of San Jose Animal Care and Services. I am away from my desk. Please leave me a message with your name and phone number, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. My hours of work are Wednesday through Saturday from 10 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Hi, Sergeant Jenkins. My name's Cameron Adair. My number is 415. My pet was lost and then found, and the people that found him don't want to give him back. I was transferred up to you. We've called a couple civil standbys for the police to go with us to get him back and waited for hours and hours. Finally, the officer said that I needed to call animal control. I'm wondering what my options are to get my pet back. Really, we just need him scanned, and I don't know how to get you guys there to scan him because he's registered to me, or how to get him to animal control. The police might just be too busy, or they have bigger problems. If someone could give me a call, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much.
San Jose Police.
I was having trouble calling a civil standby to get my property back.
Okay, to get your property back from where?
From the neighborhood. It's my pet. My pet was lost and then found, and this guy doesn't want to give him back. We called a civil standby on Tuesday morning and then Tuesday night and then again last night. Finally, we got someone out last night, but then they said that we needed to call animal control, which I don't think is the case.
Mm-hmm. Okay, are you calling from San Jose?
No, I'm not actually. I'm out of town.
Okay. And what address did we need to go to last night?
Let me get that. It's Street. $95126.
Just a second, please. Okay. Well, it's the sergeant that told your mother that the animal services people are the ones that need to investigate this, and that the police wouldn't be involved. So the supervisor for the police officers out there last night is the one that gave her that information.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Well, I just talked to animal control, like the officer, the supervisor said to.
Mm-hmm.
They can only respond to scan a chip in certain cases, and I've been told by the chip company, by animal control, and by the detective that's on this case that I need to just call a civil standby to have the animal control go scan him. And now the sergeant is saying,
we don't dispatch animal control for civil standbys. Civil standbys are when the police department goes out there to stand by to keep the peace while somebody does something.
I know that. I know, but you say
that you have a detective working on the case?
Yes.
Okay. The detective can ask officers to go out there and do stuff for them.
Okay.
And maybe explain what needs to be done to a patrol supervisor. So you probably ought to then contact the detective handling your case, because there's obviously a bunch of miscommunication here. And then the detective can arrange to have whatever needs to be done happen.
Okay. I mean, everyone's deflecting. Is there...
The thing, we sent somebody out there last night at your request, and the sergeant who's in charge of the people that will respond out there for this type of thing said we're not going to do it, and that you needed to have animal control investigate it and handle it.
Right, and they're saying that the police has to do it through a civil standby. So it sounds like maybe...
Well, we're not going to pick up your cat.
I know.
We have no proof that it's yours.
I know.
All we would do is stand by and keep the peace.
I know. I actually wrote a letter for the officer that's going to be there, and along with all the proof I have, including his city license, his chip registration, and his vaccinations, to provide as proof. I just need it seems like the process that I've been told is do a civil standby, have the officers call animal control to scan the chip. They will take him to animal control.
Who will take him to animal control?
San Jose Animal Care and Services.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, the sergeant that was in charge of the area last night said animal control needs to do the investigation on this and that we wouldn't be doing it in the patrol division. If you have a detective that's working on the case for you, the detective can do an investigation and do follow-up as well. And if they want patrol to do something, then they would contact the supervisor for that area and tell the supervisor what it is they need to do.
Okay, I can try and get a hold of the detective again. Okay, it sounds like I can't count on patrol anymore to do a civil standby and call animal control.
Oh, well, no, they're not going to go out there and stand by and then call animal control and have animal control come out there and scan the cat.
Why?
Well, because it's going to take a while to get them out there, and it ties up the patrol unit for that.
You guys are busy.
Plus, that's all part of an investigation, which is handled by the investigators, which is why the detective you're working with is really the one that should be doing all of this.
Okay. That's okay. Okay, yeah, I feel like it's my friend's mom who's there last.
Yeah, and plus the sergeant spoke to the person that was out there last night and explained all of this.
I know, I feel like she screwed it up.
Well, I'm not really sure what to tell you then.
Okay.
Since you're not here to do all of this in person.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I might just drive up from Los Angeles this weekend to take care of it because this is a little too difficult.
Okay. You could always have an officer come out and speak to you at that time.
At the location, where the cat or my
Call us from a block or so away from there and ask to have an officer come out and talk to you.
Okay. All right. That might be my next best option. All right. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. All right.
Up to a detective level now with it.
Well, what happened was since I'm out of town, my friend's mom went to the civil standby, and the I guess the sergeant ended up calling her and saying that because it's an animal that they can't help, and that I need to call animal control. So, if I scheduled, can I just schedule you guys to meet me there, or do we need the police?
I mean, he's asking if we can just go out without the PD. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I just don't know if they're going to answer the door or allow us to scan the cat. That's the problem. They have to give us permission to do that.
Yeah, it's just really hard to coordinate with the police because the civil standby can be hours, or they may not even show up.
No, I understand, but yeah, I'm not trying to make excuses for them, but I know they've been very busy lately. But it comes down to a matter of property, and as far as we can scan the cat, but let's say we scan it and it does come up as yours. What if they close the door on us? I mean, there's not a lot we can do at that point other than to say, yeah, this comes back to you. It's the microchip to show that it's your cat.
Okay. If I call into animal control and say I'm here at the house now.
How do you know that they have the cat?
The chip they tried to re-register the chip to themselves, and the chip company had their address and name.
Have you been in touch with them and they just won't?
Yeah, we exchanged emails and then they stopped responding, and I'm gonna send them a certified mail demand letter saying that I'm not joking around anymore.
Right, and I mean, I would imagine you could even take it to small claims.
Yeah.
So I mean,
hope not.
I just want to be honest with you that my hands are tied at this point. I mean, if they allow me to scan the cat, that I could, that's as far as it could really go. I could say there's a microchip, and then it probably comes back to a microchip company. But I think you do have the evidence at least that shows that they tried to re-register the chip.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Is it normally an outdoor cat?
No, he was always an indoor cat.
Oh, okay. What part of San Jose are you in?
The cat's in the Rose Garden. I'm out of town. I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how'd the cat get out?
Well, I moved, and in the process of moving, he went to stay at my parents' house.
Oh, he stayed at your parents' house, and then did he get loose, or was he just allowed to be outdoors?
My mom's ex-husband gave him away
Who'd he give the cat to?
to the
These
guy.
people?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you give the cat to your parents, and then they gave it to this person?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes it a little more difficult. Just because now he's exchanged ownership. You know, he went to your parents, and then they gave up ownership of him to this person.
Yeah, it does make it difficult, but he never went to animal control to get scanned. So I think that unless he does that, I mean, that's required, right?
Well, I mean, that's something that perhaps you could take up in court, but we don't get involved in that part of it. Yeah, it's a complete civil matter.
All right. So
it sounds like you know that the cat is there. I mean, if your parents gave the cat to them, I'm not sure that us scanning them for microchips, really going to change things. Since they've already tried to re-register, you know that your parents gave the cat to that particular person. So, I mean, I would just, if you're really trying to pursue this, then maybe go a civil route.
Right, but if you guys go there and scan the cat and scan him with me, and it shows up as me as the registered owner, don't you have to give him back?
I could not, even if I did establish that it was yours. I can't take the cat from it. I mean, that's something you could talk to PD about, but I cannot do that.
Oh yeah, I thought
I'm not sure. And honestly, just based on the history of the cat being, given to these people by your parents, I'm not sure how involved PD is going to be either.
Well, they were pretty helpful until it came time to do the civil standby.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I'd run it by them and see if they could, stand by. But I don't know, other than once you're out there, what PD would do or not do. So I don't want to speak on their behalf.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, I can tell you from our standpoint is that if we scan it for a microchip, that's pretty much the extent of our involvement.
Wow. So even if, I always thought that if the chip's not registered to them and it's registered to me, you can't do anything?
I couldn't take the animal and then hand it over. The animal's not in my possession. If it was an animal here at the shelter, that'd be a little different. But they're being told that was, that basically the person relinquished ownership to them. So that's what makes it a little bit more difficult.
Huh.
Yeah, because your parents, they ultimately gave up ownership to these people. I know it's discouraging, and I can understand your frustration, but I'm just telling you that our hands are tied as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk to PD, see if they have any other suggestions that might work. But like I said, we can scan it, but you already know that they've tried to re-register the chip. You know that your parents gave them the cat, so the cat's there.
Yeah. It just. Okay. Jesus. Okay. If I call in like this weekend or next week, can you guys come out to the address?
I would just call and see what our call load is like. We are an emergency service, so sometimes we're stuck on emergency calls, but you can definitely feel free to call us and see if that's something we could get out to with you.
Okay. Because before, you said, well, you want to schedule, and I don't know if I'm prepared to right now, but is there a number that I can call to reach you to schedule you guys coming out?
Yeah, I'm going to give you dispatch's number. It's 408 794 7222.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just confirmed with the supervisor because I've kind of been updating them on this, and they said with this particular situation, just because the cat has exchanged ownership,
No.
that we wouldn't be able to go out to do this.
But if it's, but you said saying two different things. I mean, you're saying it's stolen property, and now and you're saying that it exchanged ownership. So which is it?
No, well, that's before I knew your story. At first, I thought that maybe your cat was loose, somebody found it and claimed ownership. But now knowing that you're saying the cat has exchanged hands to your parents, you relinquished ownership to your parents, and then relinquished ownership to this person, it changes the story. It makes the situation different. Because now somebody has relinquished ownership that was their cat.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be in San Jose. I'm going to wait in the car for as long as it takes for a civil standby to show up. And then I'm going to explain to the officer that he needs to call dispatch. And you guys will hopefully come out and help. Does that sound okay?
You can always call our dispatcher and ask to speak to a sergeant too.
Okay. Does that sounds like it would, that's the only thing I can do, right?
Yeah. That's what I would do.
I just wanted you to, I have my girlfriend here, and I just wanted you to reiterate the same point that you made earlier, which was that I don't need a lawyer for a demand letter.
Do not need a lawyer for a demand letter. A person who takes your dog is not going to listen to a lawyer. You need a court ruling. So you can go into small claims and get an injunctive relief or money damages. You can get money damages for the loss of the pet.
And that's considered like personal injury damages?
No, not personal injury. It's property. It's theft. It's conversion. You're asking for your property back. It's not personal injury at all.
Okay.
All the police. I'd file a police report also.
Okay. So you can ask for the in small claims. I can ask for damages. Is that considered like punitive damages, or is that, or it's just any damage to my pet, like he got sick or something?
It's for the value. Do they still have your pet?
Yeah.
For the value of your pet. If they still have your pet, you can call the police and say that it's theft, and then get charged for it against them too.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All right. Take care.
Et al. Street, San Jose, California, 95126. December 11th, 2018. Dear et al. This is a formal personal demand letter requesting that you surrender my pet. Local jurisdiction states that without transfer of ownership, if an animal is not given to animal control, scanned, and held for 30 days for its rightful owner to claim, it is considered stolen property. Because my pet is stolen property, a case has been filed with local police. I have made numerous attempts via email, previously being my only means of contact to you, to regain custody of my pet, in which you have untruthfully indicated that my pet is licensed and registered to you. Y'all since stopped responding. Y'all also attempted unsuccessfully to re-register my pet with my microchip company. Stolen property, including animals, can be surrendered to your local police station at 201 W Mission Street, San Jose, California, 95110, or directly to Animal Care and Services at 2750 Monterey Road, San Jose, California, 95111. So you know you will be safe. I've spoken to sergeants at both SJPD and Animal Care and Services regarding this matter. Animal Care and Services will contact me upon surrender. If surrender is not made on or by January 1st, 2019, I will file suit for stolen property, personal damages, any harm done to my pet, and will continue to follow all legal avenues to recover property and damages. I don't doubt that you think my pet belongs to you, you have good intentions, or that your actions in this matter have been justified. Despite that, I hope you resolve this matter by surrendering my pet immediately. Respectfully, Cameron Adair.
I have personally seen people prosecuted for filing a false police report. I will make sure that you are prosecuted for filing a false police report. I am not joking. If you were here, you could read my lips, and I'm not George Bush. I will not go back on that promise. I will make sure you are prosecuted. Do you understand me, sir? Do not send any more letters to my client. Do you understand me, sir? Have I made myself clear? I think the answer is yes. Do not send any further letters. Make no further efforts to contact this man. We can seek a restraining order against you. Am I clear? I think I am. My name is Never bother Mr. again. Am I clear? I think I am. Bye.
Small Claims Advisory Program, how may I help you?
Hi, I was looking for some advice on a small claim that I'm filing.
Okay.
Are you the person to talk to?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I moved cities, and in the process of moving, my mom's ex-husband gave away my cat. And the people that have him don't want to give him back. So that's my situation. I'm trying to figure out if I need to file a court order in addition to the SC-100 form. I'm not really sure where to start.
So for a small claims court, you can only ask for money. So you would have to ask for the cost of, I don't know, maybe the cost of what the cat cost you before losing the cat. And then you can also tell them, like, hey, I will sue you for this amount of money, or you can give me the cat. But the court cannot make the other party give you the cat back.
Oh, wow, that's too bad. So I can only sue for damages, not property?
Correct.
Is that true everywhere throughout the state? Because I might be filing in a different county.
Yeah, so every court, you can only ask for monetary.
Oh.
So there's...
Okay, yeah, I'm a little past. I mean, I sent a demand letter and it didn't go well. They basically just threatened me that they threatened litigation on their end for just a bunch of bogus stuff.
So what you can do is, sue for the money, and then before the court you do have mediation, where you can tell them that you would drop the cost of the money if they return you the cat. But the court itself cannot make them give you the cat back.
Okay. Okay. And then I noticed I'm going through what I need to submit. I can just attach any documents to the SC-100 form. And is that correct? Like proof of the pet's chip registration to me, his license to me, any vet records.
You would save all that until the day of the case.
Okay, so that doesn't need to be submitted with the filing.
Correct.
And then what is this SC-105 request for court order and answer? Could I use that to my advantage at all?
No, that's only if any of the forms that are there cannot help you, but that would be mostly like you want to appeal or something, but not necessarily for your case.
Oh, that's like in an appeal situation? I just thought maybe I could request a court order to have my property returned or something.
Yeah, no, it's not for that.
It's not for that. Okay, and then how do I serve somebody?
Okay, so you have 3 options. You can use a registered process server, a family or friend that's not involved in the case, or a sheriff.
Okay. Let me write that down, sorry. How do they define not involved in the case?
Just someone who's not your witness or someone that you are using as evidence or something.
Okay. So I can just call the sheriff's office and request for that to happen? Do they actually do that?
Yeah, so you would go to the sheriff and then they'll make you fill out a form and you'll give them the copy of your case and then they'll serve it for you, but there is a charge. Unless you qualified for the fee waiver.
Oh, man. Fee waiver. All right, so I'll take that up with the sheriff's office. So I basically just have to figure out, based on how do I determine a dollar amount for my pet? I mean, I have thousands of dollars in vet bills that I've paid that I can show the judge. Is it just up to me what I say he's worth?
Yeah, it would be up to you, and then the judge would decide if he agrees with you or he thinks less should be going to you, or nothing at all. So you could just put what you think, and then from there the judge will decide.
Okay. Oh, that's all. That was really helpful. Thank you. That's all the questions I have at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. We spoke yesterday. This is Cameron Adair.
Yes, Cameron.
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to follow up because I wanted to get a better idea of what the next steps are in working with the Office of Mediation.
We are happy to work with you on anything, civil. It's just that we need, number one, if you have a venue, we're happy to work with that venue. Okay, if like civil matters, civil litigation, small claims, civil harassment, all that stuff. But if you want to, so that would be something that I would work with you. If you want to do a community mediation, that is, you don't have a case number for it yet, you would work with, and then she would help you schedule stuff and provide some mediators for you.
Okay, so if I don't have so either I file or it gets changed to a different type of situation and someone else steps in?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by different type of situation. It's all mediation.
Okay.
We have some great mediators here. They're all really talented. And if you want to give Sandra has your information, she's likely to give you a call if she hasn't already.
Okay.
And if you have an idea, if you're going to file this matter as a result of your complaint in one of the various venues, the reason I don't do communities is because I have a real handful with small claims, and then I do mediations on Monday and Tuesday as a result of small claims, doing them off-site.
Okay.
So yours is not necessarily a money matter as much as it is, trying to get possession of your pet back. And I understand that. I get it.
So if I follow through with the mediation process before or without filing a suit, does it limit my options in any way?
No, not at all. Mediation is exclusive. Is often exclusive of having filed a lawsuit.
Okay, yeah. So I think I'm going to pursue that as much as I can before actually suing anybody.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it, and you'll speak to Sandra Gutierrez next, and she's great, highly capable, and she'll begin to organize a convening for you.
Okay.
Okay, and now, mind you, we don't do investigative work and all that sort of thing. You'll be able to provide, contact information and that sort of thing. I would suggest that you write a letter to the counterparts and say, I'm seeking to resolve this in mediation. Whether or not they respond is certainly up to them. But, and again, Cameron, mediation is voluntary. So they have to come to the table if they want to do it. They have to agree to come to the table. There's no enforcement of mediation.
Can the mediator reach out to them instead of me?
We don't normally do that. If you have, we might, if there's, if you have their contact information and that sort of thing, we might send them a letter. We might make a phone call. But ours is not the role to try to get them to mediation. It would be a mediation consultation. We would tell them about it, and if at that point they feel it might be useful in your situation, rather than
litigation, and hopefully they would attend.
Okay. I guess I'll work with the person when she gives me a call.
Yeah, you won't. She's great. She does good work.
Okay.
And we'll get somebody on your matter.
All right. Will it be like tomorrow or Friday, or should I expect it next week?
I'll tell Sandra that you called. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, man. Take care. We'll
Thanks.
get on it. Not to worry. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, not a problem. Sorry, I think we got disconnected.
Yes, that's okay. So I was given this case over from. You've been able to speak with him, right? Or has it all been through email with him?
No, he called me back Tuesday, so we've spoken about it.
Yeah, and he told me a little bit about what's going on. Has to do with your cat, right?
That's right.
Can you fill me in on those details, where it started and where you're at now, and what the dispute is? Yeah.
Did you read the complaint?
You know, I did get the attachment sent over. I haven't been able to read it thoroughly.
Okay. Yeah, basically, I was moving residences. As the cat, I got the cat when he was, brand new, and I adopted him. I have his chip registered to me, and he's licensed in San Jose to me.
Yeah.
Prior to that, he was licensed to my mom, but that one expired. But I moved to Los Angeles, and in the process, I sent my pet to live at my mom's house.
Okay.
And while I was moving, I moved into my new place, and then I called to go get him, and she said that during her divorce, her recent divorce, during that time, that her ex-husband gave my cat away. So. So I got in touch with the guy who has him, and he doesn't want to give him back. So I asked, and then I sent a formal demand letter, and now it's at this point where I'm taking legal action.
Right. Okay. And then you heard from us through the court?
There's some form. I think it's called the SHC 300 form or something, where it just says like legal self-help Santa Clara County, and it has mediation and like the bar number and stuff like that.
Okay. So what I can do, and people use mediation as an alternative to go to court, is we could try mediation first. I can call the person that has your cat right now and see if we could set up a meeting to bring them in and hopefully come up with an agreement of you wanting to get your cat back. Would you be agreeable to that? We have neutral mediators that would be present during the mediation, so we help facilitate the discussion between the both of you.
Absolutely.
Okay. So all I would need, and I'm glad that you are agreeable to it, all I would need is their contact information. I'm hoping you have a phone number.
Yes. I sent it along with that. I'm just going to look in my outbox.
Okay.
Here, hi. Here it is. Okay. So.
Okay. Okay. And the number?
The number I have for him is.
Okay. So let me give him a call. And so you said you moved to LA and you left your cat here with your mom?
During the move, yeah.
Okay. So they're local, right? They're not in LA. I just got kind of confused where everyone's at.
Oh, right. Okay. So I moved from San Francisco to Los Angeles, and my parents live in San Jose, or my mom did at the time.
Okay.
And then she got divorced. He gave the cat away, and I moved, and then they moved away out of San Jose, but lives in the Rose Garden neighborhood.
Okay. Alrighty, so they're all local, so that won't be a problem to get them in to come in. Okay, so let me see what I can do. I will call him, and then after then I'll call you with his answer. Unfortunately, I can't force him to come in, just because the mediation is a voluntary process. He has to want to come in, and also the conversations that you and I have are confidential. So if there's anything that you don't want me to mention over to him, you could go ahead and say that now.
I can't. No.
Okay.
I mean, last month I didn't want him to have my contact information, but then he got it, so.
Had he provided you a reason why he didn't want to return the cat back?
It's all in the complaint. I put a copy of our email exchanges in there, but his only reason, no, I don't know. I think that he just doesn't understand that I'm serious, or maybe he just doesn't think it's important. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I'm just speculating. He said that it's like part. He said that in the email. He said it's part of his family and the cat's happy, but that's the closest thing to a reason.
Okay. So, and then just let me understand. It's just better if I understand a little bit more about what had happened. So is it that your mom had gotten divorced? No. Who gave him the cat?
My mom's ex-husband.
Your mom's ex-husband. Okay.
According to my mom.
Okay.
I had entrusted it. I had, entrusted my property to her for a short time, and then I guess when they got divorced, there was some contention, and I wouldn't be surprised if he, gave him away in malice towards me because because of their divorce and the things surrounding it. But
I see.
I think the dates are all in there too, and I think it was the end of. I think it was 2017 when they got the cat, or maybe the end of 2016, and then I didn't find out until, a year ago. And so I first contacted him in February 2018.
Okay.
And then I'd been contacting him on and off pretty much all year. And then it didn't get serious until December.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you for taking
So
the
they've
time
had
to
him.
speak with
They've
me.
had it a while.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling me back.
Sure thing. Let me get on that right now. Let me try to give him a phone call, and then I'll be in contact with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Cameron. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, sorry about that. Okay, so I do have his email. It's let me search for it on my phone here. Okay, it's just first name dot last name at G.
At ORG.
Yeah, that's what it says here. So dot at org.
Right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And do you have an address for him?
Yeah.
His home address?
That is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Street, and that's San Jose 95.
Okay. Can you spell out what was the rest?
Yes.
Chapman. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much for providing me that information. I'll be sending that out. I'll just try email, mail, phone calls until I can get a reply.
All right. Thank you so much for your help.
Sure thing. Thank you, Cameron. Have a good rest of your day.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. This is from Santa Clara County's Office of Mediation. How are you?
Hi. Good. Thanks for calling me back.
Sure thing. So I've actually still tried reaching a couple of times. I tried calling him on the 15th, and I sent him an email as well. I still haven't gotten a reply. Last time you did give me his address. I'm going to send a letter today. But if I don't get a reply from him in a week and a half, it may be that he just doesn't want to, I'll take it as a message that he doesn't want to pursue mediation, because I tried him on the phone, and it's a working number because I'm getting a voicemail. And I've sent him an email as well. But I'm going to try through mail. I will send him something through the mail. So that's the status on that right now.
Okay. Thank you. I just, thanks for the update. I'm kind of losing patience, and I'm worried that the time it's taking is going to negatively affect my case if I do end up having to take him to court.
Yeah. Well, you could still, what people do is they do it as an alternative to court, so you could still, you don't have to wait on us. You could still do something, and then if we do get him in, then you could just take the proper measures to end whatever you filed.
Oh. Okay. So it's not stopping me. I didn't realize that, I guess.
Yeah, you still have every right to do the proper measures that you feel are necessary for your case, and then we'll try our best to contact him to see if this would be an alternative to that process.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to send the letter today, and then a week from today, next week, I'll give you a call and see if we got a call back from him.
Thank you.
Okay? Alrighty. Thank you, Cameron.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye. Self-help center, may I help you?
Hi, I'm filing a limited civil case, and I just needed I have my complaint, and I have my SC-10 form. I just need to know a couple things that I need to do next.
Okay. What type of case is it?
It's a limited civil case, and it's
Like breach of contract, or?
It's not breach of contract. It's like wrongful negligence and
Like personal injury?
it's actually property. Is one of the complaints is property, fraudulent deceit, and negligence.
Okay. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we talked about this before, and you hung up on me when we talked last time because I wasn't able to give you the answer that you wanted. I kind of recognize your voice and the phone number. So, like I said before, we help with very limited civil issues. It's usually breach of contract and things like that, personal injury, if it's under $25,000. Other than that, it's very limited as to what we can assist with.
Yeah, it is
When you talk to a private attorney.
You mean you handle limited cases, or or the cases
Limited civil. If you're suing for under $25,000, but we help with like breach of contract. Anything that's out of the ordinary type stuff, we just don't deal with. We don't have the capacity to.
Yeah, I read it says that in a few different places. It says, for the list of cases that we don't handle, please see, here it is, we cannot help you with, etc. But, this doesn't, it doesn't fall under any of those that are listed. I figured I could,
Yeah, I'm happy to give you the name of my supervisor if you wish. Like I said, last time you hung up on me when we were talking. So I don't know what else to tell you. The information's still the same from last time.
Okay. If I came in person, would you be able to help me finish the filing?
No, because we don't assist with it. I wouldn't. We don't handle those type of cases. I couldn't even guess as to how to do it. That's what I was trying to explain earlier.
Well, it's a civil tort, so it's pretty much the same, except the complaint is different. I mean, right?
Yeah, again, we help with
How would
cases
you
where
not?
there's already pre-printed forms. Again, we just don't help with those type of cases. I can't guess how to do it. We help with lots of other things. That's just not one of them.
Okay. Yeah, the questions that I have are pretty basic. It's not anything that, I mean, like I said, the complaint is done. Anything that's specific to the causes of action being, not a breach of contract, I can handle on my own. The things that I need help with are, like, for instance, the correct court to write on the SC-10 form.
So that where does the person live that you want to sue? Like Santa Clara County?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be 191 North First Street.
Oh. Okay. And then can I walk in with my complaint and my SC or my CMO?
The civil case cover sheet.
Yes.
Yeah, you need the summons, complaint, and the cover sheet.
And then
you file it at 191 North First Street.
And is there is the summons something like the complaint where it's not a form, it's something that I have to?
It's on a form. All the summonses are on a form.
So I can find a California summons online just like I did everything else?
You should. Yep.
Okay. And then if I'm filing, do you know if I need to do a fee waiver? Is that something that I give to at the same place?
You do. We turn everything. It's FW001 and FW003. Those are the two forms that you need. And on the 001, you have to fill out the front and back. The 003, you fill out the top part, just like your name and address. And then the judge will determine whether or not you get the fee waiver or not.
Okay. All right. Well, that was super helpful. That might be all I needed. So thank you.
Okay, sure. Like procedural questions like that, but like content is stuff that we wouldn't be able to answer.
Okay. Yeah.
The content, like, where's the courthouse? What's the filing? Filing fee depends. If it's under 25,000, I believe it's $240. But like general things like that, we can answer. Like what are the court hours? Stuff like that.
Okay, so the self-help center. So my only other option would be calling the bar and doing one of those low-cost, like $50 consult.
That's who, by law, who the only people we can refer you to, depending on what time you have. I mean, you may want to, just go into court and watch other attorneys in action to see if you like what you see, and maybe get their card and see if they provide like free consultations and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. That's all I can think of right now, but thank you.
All right. All right, good luck. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Good afternoon, Pet Parent Support. This is Brody.
Hi, I was checking in on my registration. I think it's gonna expire soon.
Okay, sir. Do you have your pet's microchip ID number? I can check into that for you.
I do. It's
Okay, yeah. Just wanted to say, the renew date comes up for this.
okay.
It's for Pirate.
Yeah.
Cat, black cat, okay.
Is he still registered to me and everything's good?
Oh, what's your name, sir?
Cameron?
Okay, your last name?
Adair, Adair.
And what's your address?
Los Angeles. It might also be
Okay.
under my mom's address.
Well, it looks like it's registered to you. And the phone number you're calling in on is one of the phone numbers listed here, so it looks like you're good to go. Do you want to renew this now?
I think so, yeah. What does it cost?
It's $19.99 for the year.
For a year? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens if it
Now I don't see where you,
Sorry, what happens if it expires?
it just goes back to the basic level of service recovery.
And how is that different than what I have?
Well, you have the one with the lost pet alert system and
Yeah.
the travel assistance and the medical emergency hotline. That's the full service that you're getting. So basically, the lost pet alert system is like Amber Alert for your pets. So if your pet goes missing, you can activate that, and within a 25-mile radius, all the participating veterinaries, shelters, rescue centers, and clinics all get a notice in an email form about your pet, and then they'll start be on the lookout for it. And also, anybody that has the alerts set up on their system that's part of Home Again will be notified as well. And there's groups out there that do that. They like to look for lost pets. It's a hobby to them, and they'll do it that too. So that part is really valuable because we get lots of tips that way. The travel assistance is where you go on vacation, and it's over 500 miles away. You take your pet with you. Your pet gets lost, and then you have to come home because vacation's over. But then they find the pet later on, and this will reimburse you or help you with expenses to get the pet home through either some kind of a travel, help with the travel arrangements to get them home, up to $500 worth. And then there's the 24/7 medical emergency, which is run by the ASPCA. It's poison control / emergency care. So if your dog is having seizures or something like that, or he ate something he's not supposed to, you can call them and they can help you through the process.
Oh, wow. And I signed up for this, a year ago, but I wasn't aware of all that, all those parts. Is there any way I could get some explanation of all that in writing, like a document of what that is?
Well, it's all, Home Again has it right on homeagain.com. You can go and all that stuff is on there. I don't have literature I can actually send to you. I'm sorry. But I do have the Home Again website where you can read up on it.
Okay. Yeah, I was interested in the...
It's not that... A lot of people like the lost pet alert, especially if their pet runs away a lot. Then they have people helping them get the pet back. And we'll get lots of tips coming in, and then we'll notify them when someone actually has the pet, and things like that. It's nice. It works.
Okay, I'll call back in before... Was it the 3rd or the 2nd?
No, it's the 3rd, February 3rd. So you got a little bit of time here.
Okay.
All right, sir.
Yeah, sure. I just my pet actually was lost when I signed up for this last year, and somebody found him, and they are they're refusing to give him back. So it's kind of been this whole process that might end up in court. But
really,
yeah. But he is in a different, I mean, he's I guess 300 miles away, so that doesn't count for the travel assistance.
Yeah, he needs to be at least 500 miles away.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
all right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I just wanted to check and make sure that what happened when it expired. So, thanks for your help.
Okay, sir. Well, you have a great day then.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, and as far as I know, there is no communication that they've been willing to want to engage with you. So given that mediation is a voluntary process, we have to take their non-response as a response. I think Sandra has made a reasonable attempt, I think, to get in contact with them. And if they've chosen not to respond, well, there's not much else that we can do here with respect to that.
If I take them to small claims court, does it go to a different department or something at the mediation office, or is it just the same?
Sure, yeah. So if this, for example, were to go to small claims court, we do have a small claims court mediation, right? And it's it takes place exclusively in small claims court, and so there would be that option. Whereas I and Sandra worked on community mediation, right, neighbor to neighbor, landlord, tenant, fence, etc. Small claims court mediation occurs exclusively in court, and it's only if there's a case filed.
Mm-hmm.
So there certainly is. So if you wanted to file, it doesn't foreclose the possibility of mediation occurring. So that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's obviously the next step. But honestly, I'm too. I don't want to get wrapped up in a case, even though I've been really wrapped up in this the last few months. But
yeah. And Cameron, this is about Pirate. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's about my pet. Yep.
Okay. Have you had contact with Mr. Javier?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
In a way. Why?
Okay. Well, how would you characterize that contact?
I've never contacted, since this began, I've never contacted him or, and after I sent, my demand letter, called me,
right.
And was just like lividly screaming at me for about 2 minutes, and I didn't say a word, and then he hung up.
I see. What did the two of you, or rather, what did he scream at you?
He said he was just kind of babbling, but mostly threatening.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
To have not only civil but criminal charges brought against him. He just sounded scared, really.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, so yeah, so you're aware of Mr. and what he is, what he does, and I guess, what you might walk into. And that's not to say, that anything's really going to happen.
Wait,
I don't know.
If the never got back to the mediator, how do you even know who is?
Well, so they didn't get back to the letter, but we received direct contact from Javier, meaning, I guess to affirm the earlier message that I gave to you was that, he sent us basically what he said to you on the phone, sort of a cease and desist, all such, all that. And I had a conversation with Mr. actually about this very matter, about Pirate and the cat, and because I was trying to get this into mediation, and if going to be their legal counsel, I have to go ahead and try and work with him. And in my conversation with him, it just, it wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't having any of it, and he, as representing the wishes of the family he's representing, indicated to me that there is no interest in further pursuing mediation.
Yeah,
so,
I don't think they're actually retaining him. He's probably just a friend of the family. I mean, he's a criminal defense attorney, so...
Perhaps. But, it's up to you. Certainly, I think at this point, we have the message loud and clear that they don't want to continue this route. But if you wanted to take it to small claims court, that's certainly an option for you.
Okay,
and it could provide another venue for you to give this another shot.
So I'm sorry, I thought that there was zero response. So
yeah, not from the family, just from. So there was nothing. Yeah, nothing from the family.
Oh, so you did have a conversation with him? Okay.
I did have a conversation with him. Correct.
And he was just screaming, threatening, or what?
Yeah, we had a conversation, so it wasn't screaming at me, but he was reiterating what you had told me, basically, on the phone.
Yeah,
and
questioning the validity of the police report and saying that I was harassing, actually he was harassing me.
Yeah, more or less, right? So that's pretty much what he said. I'm not going to characterize the information as being correct or wrong or what have you, but the message that is important for us to know is that, it's a red light for us and we can't proceed given Mr. response. So at this point, it's up to you. And if you wanted to take it to small claims court, we do have mediators there who can assist you. But it wouldn't be pre-day of court, it would be day of court.
Okay. So you, wow, okay.
So it's not foreclosed on you.
Right.
So there's still a chance.
Okay.
And perhaps, right, if, for example, this were to be made, let's say you did do that, if they choose, they might initiate a pre-day of court kind of meeting. So they could choose to do that if they want. Otherwise, it would be day of court.
Yeah.
And even then, just to make it clear, even then, mediation is still voluntary. So you'll have the opportunity to give it another shot. But if they don't want to, it's going to have to be heard by the judge.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize that attorney had any more involvement than the one phone call that he gave to me.
Right. I mean, this was way back when. I don't remember.
Probably
earlier
January,
this
February.
year. Yeah. So this was a while ago. I don't know yet, or I don't know. Period. If he's still working with them, or what's going on there. If he is in fact or not retained, I don't know that information.
Yeah, I'm just speculating, but from the context. Okay. Yeah, I had walked away from this for a few months because it was just too upsetting. Getting harassing phone calls and whatnot.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know. I don't know if I'm still, honestly, I don't know if I want to get wrapped up in a court case, despite all the preparation I've done. I might just walk.
I mean, it's up to you. I would encourage you to figure out, or to find out as much as you can about that process, what it takes, what's filing like, and then how the process works, so that you might have a sense of the outcome.
No, yeah, I know. I have it. I have everything ready. I have a 12-page complaint with a whole bunch of causes of action that are all valid. As far as the law's on my side, I really confidently feel that. But I know walking in front of a judge or I have no idea what would happen, and I don't want to make it worse for myself. So,
right. I mean, and that's the thing is, people feel confident, but you never know how the judge is going to decide. And I can't tell you how it would be. I'm not an attorney, and I can't assess your evidence. But even with people who feel confident, I've seen people then, really disappointed at the outcome.
Right. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks,
Cameron. No problem. If you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks.
You take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry about that.
Not a problem. I was just returning your call.
Thanks. So I had worked with Detective Newton. It was a few months ago, and I remember when this happened, there was some confusion about calling a civil standby, and the patrol unit was telling me that I had to ask the detective to do it, and then I think the detective told me I had to ask the patrol unit to do a civil standby in regards to this situation?
Yes. So you'd be calling dispatch for a civil standby.
Okay. And it's not something that the detective needs to do.
No, there's no way for the detectives to set up a civil standby that's dispatch, because they would have to send a patrol unit out.
Okay. I just wanted to clear that up because I was looking back on this, and it was just this weird thing where they, where Detective Newton, I think, said, no, I can't do that. It's someone else's job. And then the patrol unit were like, we're definitely not doing that. If you have the fraud unit, then they have to set all that up. So it looks like
and I can give you the contact number for our non-emergency line if you still needed to set that up, because
did you still need to set that up, or were you just clarifying in regards to how to do it?
I was just clarifying, and I have that number, but I think it's a little past that at this point.
Okay. Was there anything else I can help you with, or did you need any other information, or?
What exactly is the detective allowed to do in regards to my case? I know it's been a few months, but if I run out of...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
If the civil standby doesn't work, which it didn't, what are my options?
Well, this was a civil matter, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and the detective already recommended that you work the situation out with your stepfather?
Yeah, but it's past that. It's past that. We even went to the, what do they call it? It's like a civil mediator I had get involved.
Okay.
And they said basically, they just refused to cooperate.
Okay. So unfortunately, it's still a civil matter. There's nothing that the detective here can do.
If they are breaking any laws, is that something that you could pursue?
I mean, did he commit a crime?
Yeah, but it's not very major.
Okay, if you need to report the crime, then you can call the non-emergency line and talk to dispatch and see if they wanted to do a report.
Okay, so that would
Is
be
it still in related? Is it still in related to this case, or is it a new crime?
No, sorry, it's related. It's just I'm just trying to get my pet back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually not allowed in the county to have an animal that isn't vaccinated or licensed to them. So I have the law in my file here, but I'm not sure if that's something that can be pursued or if it would even make a difference filing a report for that criminal activity.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest with you, there are a lot more pressing crimes that do happen in the city of San Jose.
I imagine, yeah.
So, our detectives and our officers aren't going to go arrest somebody because their pet isn't vaccinated.
Right. Yeah, here it is. Municipal code. Failure to license, failure to vaccinate. So that's it, really, as far as...
Yeah. So, I mean, unfortunately, like I said, this is really a civil matter that you have to work out between your stepfather and trying to get that cat back. And there's really nothing that we can do, unfortunately.
Okay. If someone... I mean, it's also, theft. If someone were to submit a police report for their property that was stolen.
Per your supplement here, you said that the cat was not actually stolen, right? You moved to LA and you left it with your stepfather?
Right.
But now you want to change it to a theft?
Right, so I guess it would be more of embezzlement than theft, right?
Okay. But again, really, this is a civil matter.
Mm-hmm. But I was just asking, like, if someone went to, like, say your car was stolen or something, I mean, what would be the detective's involvement at that point if it is criminal?
Well, I mean, if your car was stolen, they would try to investigate who took the vehicle.
But like other forms of property just don't take precedence?
No, but I mean, your cat wasn't, like, nobody broke into your house and stole your cat, right? You made the decision to leave your cat with your stepfather.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So-
Yeah. It was entrusted to him.
Yes. So you made that decision to leave the animal with this person.
Well, no, sorry. It was entrusted to someone in his household, someone else.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah, so unfortunately, as it stands, it's still a civil matter between you and your stepfather or whoever was entrusted with the animal.
Right. Until, I mean, you can file a civil case with criminal causes of action. So it would then be up to the judicial system. But, I mean, the definition of embezzlement is the fact that I entrusted the property to someone in the first place. So, again, that's also a crime.
Okay. Did you want to file another police report, or?
I'm not sure. Maybe for the sake of the court case. But
Okay.
yeah, I did just want to clarify about the patrol unit. Their sort of negligence in the matter with saying that it wasn't their responsibility to do any
Usually
sort of civil
patrol wouldn't
standby.
coordinate it with it. Patrol, they wouldn't, I don't believe they coordinate it. Usually it's dispatch. They would dispatch the unit out.
Okay.
So patrol would be the one usually responding, though.
All right. So as far as just the fact that it's about somebody's pet makes it not a criminal matter worth pursuing to the fraud unit?
Unfortunately.
Is that what you're telling me, pretty much?
Unfortunately, it was closed out because it is a civil matter, not something that law enforcement would normally get involved in.
Okay.
So, like I said before, and as Detective Newton told you, it's between you and your stepfather. You guys need to work it out between the two of you. If you took it to court, then work it out in the court.
Right. Yeah, well, now it's, okay. It's got nothing to do with my stepfather at this point because, since the cat was licensed and registered to me, we were able to, from the chip, find the people that had it. And then they now have a lawyer. So it's got nothing to do with...
Okay, so between you and whoever currently has the cat.
Right. Okay.
But it's still a civil matter. It still stands. You guys need to work it out between the two of you guys.
Right. I mean, if it does go to court, the criminal parts of it will definitely be part of the complaint. But okay. All right. I guess I'm just kind of discovering what the limit is between someone having a criminal situation, what they believe to have been a criminal situation, and the police. Like, how far do you guys get involved? When someone's just saying, "Oh, look, there's a crime." It seems like
I said,
a gray area, right? Excuse me.
Yeah. We have a lot of crime that occurs in San Jose. We have 3 fraud detectives. Unfortunately, we can't work all the cases.
I'm sorry, there are 3 for the entire department?
3 fraud detectives, yes.
For the department?
3 fraud detectives for our department for the city, yes.
Oh, wow. I assumed there would be a lot more.
There once was, but due to budget cuts and all that with the city, we have 3. So we have a lot of cases. And like I said, there's, other cases that do take priority.
Okay. All right. Thanks for taking the time to to call me back. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. Was there anything else I can help you with?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, Cameron. You have a good day.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.